Welcome to the void without a guest.
Without a guest. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He forgot,
Which is fine. People forget things.
I guess. He was supposed to be good, you know? He was supposed to be the good one. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. He's in school.
Oh, yeah? What's he studying?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was thinking of going back after Carla graduates. I'm not sure why, because I have a business, but I think it'd be good to have like an associate's.
In what?
Just finish it up. Like, so when 2008 happened, and you know the whole economy hit the shitter,
Mhm.
Carla got laid off, and I felt really. I didn't feel very good about going to school full time at the time.
Mm.
And that's how I ended up getting a job with Rami and Chu. Right. So I was technically about to transfer to Mason, and I needed to finish one course of university physics and 2 language classes. And I was done with my associates.
Man.
I left all the easy stuff for the end.
Yeah.
The easy stuff. Physics, I left by itself because I took all this stupid math that wasn't related to my degree.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody needs to know topology, but I was very interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I mean, rocket scientists might, but I wasn't gonna be a rocket scientist. Right. So got distracted. But technically, I would have finished the year before in 2007 if I hadn't been distracted.
You mean you got distracted with other classes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't relate to that. If our guest was here, he could have. He could have related to that, you know?
Yeah. Nah, I enjoyed college. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I can't sit still long enough.
I was also a weird kid though. I think about this every once in a while. You remember there used to be a movie called Searching for Bobby Fischer?
Yeah.
Right. So that kid went and taught himself how to play chess.
Yeah.
Right. And I think around the same time that movie, A Beautiful Mind came out.
Did it?
Within that era.
Yeah, I was gonna. Maybe.
I think I might be confused, but there was a weird math movie that came out around that time.
Good Will Hunting.
Could be. And I was a real young kid, and I was super impressionable. And I was like, oh, I bet I could teach myself shit. So I went to the local library, the mini library, and I picked up like a couple books on chess. And then that's the year that I did really well in like algebra, even though I was like 6th grade. I was like, I should go ahead and continue this. So I went and started picking up books on like geometry and algebra too.
What you should have picked up? Condoms.
Somebody should have mentioned that to me. I didn't know that was a thing.
There's so many books though. There was at least one that could have told you that.
Yeah, I could have, but you know, you ever had sex with a condom on?
Yes.
Okay then. Exactly right.
But when I was 16.
Yeah.
You know, to be fair, your experience taught me that I don't want kids that early. So I did.
Yeah, no, they really did. It just kind of sidelines everything after that.
Yeah, you could have been a lot better off.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
You can never put past how good I am at fucking things up.
No, you can't. You can't be.
Right.
But yeah, you know, and it's been a theme.
It has been a theme on this show.
You're, you know, just a terrible driver. So
I think Manny was right. I might be Asian.
We're part Asian.
Yeah.
Right? We got a little
Siberian, I think.
Yeah, we got a little. I mean,
They're in the Asia.
Yeah.
They're in the Asia.
Well, I'm just talking about how like
yeah.
China, the Chinese at some point, like conquered or came over, not conquered, came over to the.
You're talking about that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like when I did 23andMe, they were saying that the oldest parts of our mom's DNA.
Hey, can we pause this real quick?
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
Pause.
Yeah, hotkeys are helpful.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Say bye to the wife.
Yeah, they got to go hiking.
They did.
Over
Wow. Where'd they go?
I think they went to on the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got a good talking to by the girls. They're like, you guys are almost doxing yourself.
What do you mean?
Saying exactly where we are or what county we're in.
Yeah, come rob me. What? I mean, I have nothing that you want. How many people have watched this video? Have watched our podcast?
8.
Yep.
What do you fucking do?
Yeah. But we know all 8 of those people most likely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think Carla's one of them.
Right. I'm one of them.
Yeah,
actually.
me too.
So there's probably only really like 4 or 5 people outside of us that have watched. So
I love it when people are like, "Oh yeah, I watched your show." And then I'm like, I have the analytics of this, right? Like, I can see how long you watched for.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I had a friend. He was like, "Yeah, listen." How long? Because you already told me, like,
yeah.
There's like only 8 hours worth of listening.
Yeah.
From people, and that was collectively. He was like, "Well, I mean, I only watched like a couple minutes of it, but yeah. It was nothing. It was just you guys bullshit." I was like, "Yeah, that's
the point.
That's what I told you it was gonna be." I didn't. What did you think it wasn't gonna be different from what I told you it was gonna be about.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think people expect other things from us.
Like what?
What's the craziest story? What's your craziest story?
Huh. You put me on the spot. I don't know. My craziest story.
That you're wanting to share online.
Man. It's not my story. The first one that came to mind, it wasn't my story for sure. But I can't now I'm blanking. Oh yeah, I don't know about that one either.
What?
Yeah, well,
yeah, I get it.
I mean, okay, so yeah, I don't know.
No nicknames you want to tell us about?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No. But I don't think I already mentioned the one. This is recent. It's not my story. But I was working in DC in, some required me to be inside of the street. Basically, there's these tunnels. Not gonna elaborate too much more, but sometimes, during the winter, these tunnels shoot out a lot of heat from the grates.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. The guy that was escorting us for these tunnels was like, "You make sure you wear your gloves whenever you touch any of these ladders." And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm always gonna wear my safety gloves or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, of course. And he was like, no, you don't understand. Like, it happened in the winter, right? First off, he's like, homeless people sleep on these grates, and they'll just take a piss on them. They'll just like wherever they're laying, they'll pee, and then they'll just keep moving on.
That I have seen. That's how I know these things putting out hot air.
But this particular time, because there's cameras everywhere in DC, this particular time, one of the grates was by some building that was monitored closely, right? Well, they had a camera watching that grate, and the homeless guy was sleeping on there, and apparently some other homeless guy wanted to sleep on there too, and they just couldn't figure out how to share it. I guess they're not that small, but you know, you're homeless, not gay. I guess I don't know. If I was cold, you know, I'd be like, let's huddle up, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
But the other homeless dude that wasn't on the grate really, really wanted that spot. So he took one of these like fence posts. You know, you ever seen those green ones that they stick into the ground? They'll put like the plastic, like danger, or like the barrier, that like plastic barrier stuff up. Took one of those and beat that guy to death.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he bled everywhere. You know, all over the grate, and like the ladder's right underneath that grate to get down in there. And and then he left, walked a couple blocks down the road. The Secret Service found him, you know.
Wow.
And
they probably got this on camera.
Yeah, that's how they found him. They're like, oh, he went in that direction. Then they found him a couple blocks down the street.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So let me get, so then what? Like, they picked up the body, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
They didn't clean it up, though.
They didn't clean up that blood, did
No. They said they poured a bunch of bleach down onto the ladder.
Suspect.
Yeah, I mean...
Super sus.
They had to work in there, so it's like, we gotta do something. So they just poured, like, bleach and stuff.
Does bleach kill AIDS?
AIDS doesn't survive very long outside the body anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I think it kills AIDS.
I think so, too.
You know? But don't, like...
Hepatitis. Ooh, hepatitis C lives a long time outside the body.
I think bleach will kill it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Bleach kills a lot of things. Even people. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Not always. Not always. There was a documentary film festival in Silver Spring called Silver Docs. I used to volunteer at in high school, and there was a movie called Learning to Swallow, and I was super excited about that documentary when I first was like,
not
whoa.
what you thought it was it?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, let's go see that one, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't about what I thought it was going to be about.
Some kid drank bleach.
Some woman.
Oh, some woman
tried to kill herself by drinking a bunch of bleach, and then she
I know a guy that drank bleach as a kid.
It ruined her esophagus. She couldn't swallow anymore, so she had to learn to swallow again.
I wonder who taught her.
Yeah.
Was it at all interesting, or was it just like her?
It was just about her going through pain. So yeah. Once I found out what it was about, I was like, this is dumb.
Why did I waste my $20?
No, I was volunteering there, so it's not like I wasted any money. I was there.
I remember
for free.
you volunteering for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was fun. It was for my volunteer hours for high school.
Oh, okay.
That was the funnest thing to do. Yeah. Yeah. I stole a bunch of liquor because they put us in charge of the liquor. They're like, we need it from this building to that building. I was like, oh.
We got you covered, boss.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Are you sure? You want us to? You sure? And I'm like, yeah.
They're like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. They left us back there, and yeah.
That's wild.
Stole a bunch of liquor.
When did you start drinking?
14. I feel like you should know.
I don't know. I don't know if you were drinking before I came around and introduced you to it.
Not with this baby face, dude.
Come on, man.
You know?
Well, I asked because, like, when I was in 8th grade, my buddies would bring to school, like, jugs of Coke and rum.
Mm-hmm.
And we would all get together in the morning and sip out of it.
I mean, yeah.
Not
in
all the
high
time,
school.
but yeah. You know?
In high school, I got to that opportunity. But I drank in middle school.
Oh.
Right? With you guys.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, man, don't go putting it all on me.
Well, I just said with you guys.
Yeah.
No,
you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, man. That's when I started drinking.
You know, it's funny because, like, sometimes I'll be like, it wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah. You should also know that about me.
Yeah.
I lived with you for a year.
Yeah. No, I meant about me, not about you.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, but you know.
I know.
Crashed cars. You set things on fire.
I love fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I I don't go around setting things on fire like that. It's
No,
just-
you've set things on. You were like, I'm a pyromaniac. I'm going to burn this building down.
That's not at all what
He
happened.
is. If you're looking for a guy that's burned down a building recently, it was him.
It was not me.
It was. I have evidence.
No, you don't.
Not that you don't know.
I've set things on fire, but it was like, all right, like my deck, right?
Yeah.
I set my deck on fire, but it wasn't in the sense like I was playing with fire or I was outside, you know. Oh, look how cool this is. Nah, man, I smoked a joint. I had a plastic ashtray. There were way too many butts in the ashtray because I smoked cigarettes too. I put the roach in the ashtray.
Mhm.
Super dry summer. That caught the butts on fire. Once the butts got on fire because it was a plastic ashtray, the ashtray caught on fire.
Yeah.
Then that caught I guess it was a grill and it had a plastic like bedding or siding thing. And that caught on fire and started dripping onto the deck. And then the deck caught on fire.
Yeah. And when plastic burns like that, it's napalm.
It is napalm. It gets on everything and it continues to burn. And it was
Yeah.
a slow burn, right? And I'm high as a kite at this point. And I'm hanging out on the couch. I'm drawing, but really I was just watching Donnie Darko again, you know?
Mm,
And
it's a good one.
it is a good one. And then all of a sudden I hear like a on the front door and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? I'm thinking it's the police. Maybe somebody called the cops because I was smoking a joint on the deck, you know? And I'm like, yeah, because I was super high. And they're like, wham, 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 open the door. Your house is on fire. I'm like, no. So I'm like, did he just say fire? So I run down to the foyer and I open the door and there's this dude and he's like, the back of your house is on fire. I'm like, how is the back of my house on fire? And I'm like, oh my God. And I legit had a big thing of V8 splash in my hand. And I like immediately went, oh shit. Turned around and ran back through the house, opened the door, and sure enough, the deck was on fire. And I poured my V8 splash all over that hole on the ground. But then the neighbor's siding was on fire. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I jump off my deck downstairs, grab the hose, and start spraying. And he's like, aim left. And I'm aiming left. And he's like, now right. Now back off and just let the water hit the siding. And I'm like, boy, this guy is really, really like helpful and just he knows what to do. So I'm like, we put out the fire and I'm like, dude, how did you know what to do? He goes, I'm a firefighter. I'm like, you're a firefighter. Did that fence look like it would hold you out of here from my hose?
You did not say that. That dude just saved your house.
I was so mad. He's like, hey man, I'm not the one who set his deck on fire, all right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm like, oh, well, what do I do now? I mean, man, my wife is gonna kill me. And he's like, well, the fire department's on his way. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, the fire department's on his way. I called them. I'm like, you called them, but you couldn't get through my deck. Never mind, dude.
It was the correct thing to do.
It was the correct thing to do. I get that now in hindsight. So then they come in and they're like, we need you to leave. And I'm like, I have a business that I run downstairs. And they look at me and I'm like, high as balls. And they're like, yeah, we bet. And I'm like, no, I'm like, no, seriously, dude, I run a business downstairs. I make jewelry, this, that, and the other. And he's like, all right, you can't stay here, but you know, if you keep an inventory, everything, we won't go into that room, but we got to check the rest of the house for fire. Right. So I get out there and the guy now is pissed at me and he's like, I'll help you put your dildos away. And he walks away. And then my neighbor, Randy, he just starts laughing. He's like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Because at this point, like the whole neighborhood is outside just watching this go down. And I'm just like sitting out front, like,
And you had to be the only Hispanic on the block.
At the time, I was.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I know. I knew it. I knew it. He was up to no good.
100%.
Oh, God. Yep.
Yeah, man, I don't miss those days.
Yeah.
The
That's
second
funny.
time. I'm just kidding.
He's not kidding, but probably don't want to get into it.
No, man, that was a darker times.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Any interaction with the fire department, it's never good. But it can be funny.
What do you mean?
All right. I used to work at this jewelry store.
Jesus Christ.
Now, the guys that I worked with were like fresh over the border.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
So they don't understand. They see a guy in a suit with a badge and they're like, that's immigration.
Yeah.
That's the police. They're here to arrest me. I'm going back to Bolivia, you know? So these other dudes, they're like, hey man, immigration is here. You need to hide. So this dude is like, we'll call him Arturo.
Okay.
All right, not good. Anyways, he's like, oh my God. They're like, Arturo, hide in this box, bro. So but we keep all our, like in a jewelry store, you collect everything, right? Like sandpaper, old rags, anything that could potentially have like gold on it. You want to keep
thieves? Take the filters.
You know, you collect the stuff for 5-6 years, you'll get something out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not worth a lot, right? So we put this stuff in a box, and this guy, we're like, Arturo, I wasn't there. This is the story though. Arturo, get in the box, man. So he jumps in the box, you know, and fire department comes in. They're doing their normal inspections. Bro sat in that box for 2 hours. And then like the boss comes around and is like, what the hell is Arturo? And like this guy that we used to call Red.
All right.
We used to call him Black, but in Spanish. I'm not.
Well, it's Spanish.
It is Spanish.
But was he Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh, then it's fine.
Yeah. Well, all right. Anyways, we used to call him Red.
Still not gonna do it, huh?
No. And he was like, I was like, oh my God, Arturo. And they go upstairs and my man is still hiding in the box. Yeah, those guys were jokers, man. And
why were they there? Why was the fire department there?
So usually they come through just to check that, because we work with propane. You know what I mean? We smelt a lot of gold. We have heat inductive melters, so they got to make sure that everything's up and on the up and up. Like all our fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, all that stuff is running properly.
That's fair. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. And they do this yearly. And this poor sap, you know, he saw them and he immediately started shaking. Can't shake in front of some people, man. Just got to stand still.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so there's I always get so annoyed at my own people sometimes because of that, right? Like there was a sign up on my way to work. It was on like the major road, and all it said, it had the police department like logo on it. It was from the police department, and all it said was, you know, make sure, you know, you don't keep anything of value in your cars for carjackers, right? Like anything of value, just take inside with you. And yeah, it zoomed in on me because of my hands.
Yep.
I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. No.
Yeah, just stop throwing up gang signs.
So if you don't know English, you don't know what that sign says.
Right, you are.
You know? And so drive, and it's, you know, it's like 4:30, 5 in the morning. And, you know, I'm getting it, you know, because there's like no one on the road except for other construction workers.
Yeah.
And mostly Hispanic guys. And these, and as soon as they see the sign, they slam on their brakes every time, dude. And it's just it's like, dude, it's not ice, it's not like a camera. Just it's actually there to help you.
Protect your stuff, bro.
Protect your stuff. Not like, hey, we're coming to get you. It's so annoying. Yeah.
I don't know. So we were at a wedding yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful wedding, dude. So catching up with a lot of like extended family from New York and hearing the stories out of New York, pretty awesome. Along the same veins, But I guess most people in bigger cities, they're not too worried about that anymore. Like New York, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
You get there and they're like, here's a cell phone, here's a stipend for you to find a place to live, and here's some food stamps. And I'm like, bro. And, like my uncle, Carlos' uncle, our uncle, right? He's like, it's ruining everything because now people come from like out of the States and they don't want to work.
Oh.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where somebody was like, here's a free cell phone.
Yeah. Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah,
I've had to buy all of my burner phones. I've been given a few cell phones, but it's like always like somebody's old one.
But like, I feel like that's kind of ruining the drive of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he's like, and they're so entitled. Like,
what?
Yeah, he's like, they used to be afraid of like crossing the street in the, in the wrong spot. Like, might attract like ISIS. You know what I mean? Like, interactions with the police is bad.
Yeah.
Now they're just like, whatever. Give me some weed.
Damn.
I know.
All right.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. And he's like always voted Democratic, and he's like, I don't think I can do it anymore. The Democrats have ruined my state.
I don't know if this is Democrats.
I don't think so. I think it's just New York.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just all of us.
What do you mean?
Just letting shit happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But whatever. I don't want to get political.
Yeah.
It's not really my place. Not really my place, mostly because I don't pay attention to a lot of it.
Yeah, hard to comment on things that you don't interact with.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or for that matter, you vote?
Nope.
There you go.
Does my vote matter right now?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah. I think I kind of figured that out in school when they were like, there is, like, we do vote, but then there's people that are more important that vote.
You mean the selective college?
Uh-huh.
The elective college.
And that's who really choose. I was like, that. Then why did I vote? If there's just a panel of other people, they're just gonna be like, nah, we like this guy more.
It's the lizard people, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Before that,
yeah.
What I think about a lot, especially doing this podcast now.
Okay.
You remind me. You asked for a story. One time, I was hanging out with Johnny. I wanted some weed. And
sounds about right.
Yeah.
That poor man.
I was probably like 14, 15, somewhere between 14, 16, I don't know. And he was working for this guy that worked for PBS.
Okay.
And we had enough weed that day to get high. All right. But he said he needed some young people to come and do this broadcast in Rockville. And just to read a few lines, and like just kind of be a part of this commercial. Just low budget. He's gonna pay $200, whatever.
Shirts optional.
Pants optional. No. And so we're like, cool. Yeah, I'll do it if he's gonna pay me some money. Yeah, absolutely, I'll do it. And so we got a little more high. Smoked a little more weed before I walk in. I was like, oh, I'm real nervous. So calm down. Never calm me down.
It never does.
And so they gave me my lines. I still hadn't put this together, what I was supposed to be doing here. They gave me my lines. I remembered what they were supposed to be. And And I think they even had cards, so I was like able to like read. And,
So just in case you forgot, here you go.
Yeah. But I did it pretty well, and so, we go through the take, and he's like, "All right, look, that was good. You got all your lines, you're doing great, but listen, you need to stop smiling so much." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, listen, it's awesome that you are smiling and looking at the camera, but we're trying to raise awareness of animal cruelty. We don't need you to be smiling so much." I was like, "Oh." Makes sense.
He's just cheesing the entire time, like,
yes,
don't kill
stoned and
cats.
nervous, like, yeah. And it's too high to realize what I was saying. It didn't hit me until he told me. But I think about that now, especially now doing this podcast. I'm like, am I smiling too much? Or is this a topic we're on?
Oh, yeah.
Should I be smiling this much or what?
No, man. I've never been like really good at public speaking. Ever. As a matter of fact, like one of the first times, but I always wanted to, like really bad, right? In 6th grade, no, it might have been 8th grade or something like that. We were doing like the school news, and they were like, "All right, turn in your stories. Your story is good. We're gonna put you on for the school to watch you read your story like the news, It's like, done. Turned in a story. They were like, "Wow, nice job. You're gonna be like the main anchor." I'm like, "Great." Flip that camera on. Went just brain shut down. Couldn't even say my name.
Yeah, I should have been more involved with the AV club. I
loved AV,
tried.
dude.
I would have loved it. I did try a little bit. There was a time I got to change all the cameras. I was the guy that was like
cameraman.
Well, I was in like the
control room.
Yeah, I was there telling where all the cameramen to like, or not the cameraman, but the guy to like switch to camera 1.
Yeah.
Okay, now switch to camera 2. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I did the AV club and then the photography club. Like I love developing film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a bunch of it. I didn't keep any of the pictures though. Like all the pictures that I took of people, predominantly girls.
Of course. That's why you do it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get pretty. Let me take a picture of you.
Mm-hmm. Take the shirt off.
Eventually. No, my go-to was also, I know how to draw.
Oh, yeah. That's also a good one.
Yeah. Take your shirt off. Let's pretend like we're in Titanic.
Yeah, man. Perv.
No, totally. It worked.
Yeah, of course it works. It's still why people continue to do it. It still works.
Yeah.
It's
That's how I ended up with a kid at 16.
Yeah. You should have taken sex ed.
Dude. I mean, Yeah. This is what happens though, because like they sent the letter home and mom wasn't around because she was busy with life stuff.
Yeah.
So I forced her signature because I wasn't going to be that dude, During sex ed that got to sit outside.
Like the Mormon kid in my class.
Oh,
I don't know if he was Mormon, but I think there was it may have been a Mormon kid, and I just confused him as Amish.
The kid that had to sit out in mine was just Christian. I don't know if he was like anything. I mean, he was African American.
Even worse.
Boy, oh boy, did he cry about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was, why don't I get to be in there?
Yeah. God damn. Man, yeah, like that wedding, right? The people that got married are super Christian.
Yeah.
And it happens with like
they were really excited to sign that paper, boy, because they've been dating for years and I really wanted to get to the second phase. But
when like Hispanics and like I was thinking more like Africans, when they're Christian, whew,
oh man,
are they Christian?
Yeah, with a fervor, unbridled by anything I've ever seen.
Oh man, yeah.
Which is cool though. I mean, they don't half-ass much.
That's
Yeah.
one thing I feel like you could, but whatever. I'm not.
I don't know. Like I look at like our guest last week, right?
Oh yeah.
If you just simply maintain to the
Bare minimum.
not the bare minimum, but if you just maintain to the surface level of Christianity, you have a pretty decent life, right? Because I meant to bring up the whole sex thing with the Mormons, but
Yeah,
I
what
also
about it?
didn't want. Well, you know, like they're marrying dudes off that are like 50, and the girls are like 13 and
Oh yeah, but I mean that's like
14, 15 wives at a time, bro. Like,
no, they don't do that anymore.
no, I know they don't do that anymore. But how do they reconcile that?
What do you mean?
At one point, it was a very common thing.
Yeah.
At what point did they say, all right, and was this part of, what's his name's doctrine?
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith.
So, I mean, I don't know much about
Neither do
Mormons, but I did listen to
I know
a
Google,
few things.
Hold on. I know Google does. I'm just not that interested. I'd rather have a conversation about it.
I'd rather have a conversation with him.
Yeah,
But the thing is
that's what I mean.
you know, he's going to be a little bit more biased.
Of course he is.
And like some of the history on that, I mean, it looked more like a cult at first. And with most cults, the guy at the head guy usually is like no sex.
For
and then
anybody but me.
yeah, well, yeah, and then eventually it's like, okay, you guys can get married, but I can have multiple marriages. I can marry more people than you guys, you know?
Yeah, I got to be top dog.
Yeah, and then it becomes like, now no one's allowed to have sex unless you're married, except for me. You know?
Yeah.
So,
because I have the power of Jesus in me, and he needs to get inside of you. And
I need
this is the
to.
way.
I need to have more children
That's
than
wild.
the rest of you guys. Yeah, it gets. But I mean, you know, that's like
I don't
most
know,
cults.
I don't like. So back to that uncle, you know, that we were talking with yesterday. He every time he sees me, he's like, because you know, my father-in-law passed away. And one of the things that my father-in-law said when Carla and I got pregnant at 16 was that he was surprised that I was like, all right, well, I guess I want to be a dad then. He was like, okay, what? You know? But he goes to this to Theo, and he goes, they're either really, really smart, really, really stupid, or really, really brave. And, you know, he goes, and I think it's amazing that you guys, we're celebrating 25 years of marriage next year. He's like, so which one is it? And I'm like, can it be both?
Yeah.
He's like, no, but think about it. Like most people, when they get in the situation that you guys were in, they bounce, especially the dudes.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know how you can reconcile that as a cult leader. Like, maybe that's why I'll never be a cult leader.
Yeah.
Like, if I have a kid, then I'm responsible to that kid.
Oh, I see where you're going at. No, man, they don't care.
Yeah, well, obviously they don't care.
They're, you know, enigmatic. They're selfish.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, that's why they do it. They're selfish. They want everything.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, and people to wait hand and foot on them.
I still don't get that though. Like the whole.
I do. I'm pretty lazy, so and pretty selfish, so I get it.
That's gonna cut into my video game time. Get out of here, kid.
Yeah. You know, like I thought getting a puppy was cool, and it still is, but you know, and that
it's a drag too, right?
Yeah, because I'll get home and I'm like, I'll have anxiety and then just realize like, I gotta go home and then I gotta walk the dog
for more than 10 minutes.
You know, and it's like I got responsibility to this dog.
Don't forget you gotta pick up his shit.
Yeah, you gotta train him. You know, I train him just because I think it's pretty annoying when a dog's all barking all the time and like jumping on people, and it's like, nah.
Kicking dirt up into a restaurant.
Or kicking dirt up into a restaurant.
Dude, that was amazing. And what blew me away is that nobody moved.
Yeah, I know.
That whole table that was getting dusted, the dudes are just sitting there like, well, this is just what it is.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, say something. You're like right there.
Yeah, you're about to be affected by this. Yeah, man. What was I don't even understand why that dog was doing any of that. That was so...
It's just a bad dog.
Yeah, well, bad owner.
Bad owner. A dog is doing what his dog's going to do.
Yeah.
But
you gotta whip that thing into shape, dude. Yeah.
I feel the same way about kids. You gotta whip them into shape.
Yeah, that's true. You got pretty smart kids.
I know, right? I think they take off to Carla.
I don't know. You're the one that did a bunch of math in school.
Yeah, but so did she.
You did other math in school,
this is true.
not sciencey math. You know, like not Carla didn't. What you know what I'm trying to say.
I know.
But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, the only reason I would have a kid is to like have another Hispanic
in America
that isn't doing blue collar work. So that's But I don't know. But also, if my kid was like, I want to be in the circus, like Cirque du Soleil, like not just like a circus, like Cirque du Soleil, that would be cool.
Paint
too.
himself blue.
Hey man, I mean it looks cool. Have you been to one of their shows? It's super cool.
I don't know why I'm being judgmental because you're right. I haven't been.
Dude, it is. I mean, those are some talented people.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I had joined the circus.
Not me.
I mean, they apparently apparently they do a lot of coke. And those women are fit and hot. You know what I mean?
Well, they're probably doing the coke just to stay thin.
Yeah, maybe. I don't.
Although that's never been. You know what? Now that I think about it, anybody that I've known that does a lot of coke is a bad piece of shit.
Also, just loves doing coke.
Yeah, that's it.
It was like, I'm just doing this to stay thin. It was like, nah, I love working. Cocaine.
I've known people who have said that, like it keeps them thin, like people that I've done coke with, and I'm like,
yeah, while they're chewing at the end of a cigarette.
Yeah.
I can't smoke. I need a new one. I can't smoke this one.
Are you crazy? Just bite the filter off.
Yeah, nah. I'll just get another one.
Yeah, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, but I thought about it. Like, damn, I should have just joined the circus.
Yeah,
travel the world. It'd have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been the cool part. Like, I wanted to join the Marines. Basically, at the circus.
Yeah. That way, I don't have to.
Nah, I was talking to people already. Like, I had you know how they used to sit in the high schools back in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was talking to a guy.
I tried to join too.
But didn't you? Flat feet?
No, they got rid of that a long time ago. Tattoos. I have one on the back of my neck.
Oh,
and one on my hand.
I remember this. Yeah,
I was blown. They were like, try the Navy, and the Navy was like, we don't want him, because they were across the hall from each other.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, they were like, we don't want him either. I was like, gosh.
That's hilarious. You should have tried the Army. They'll take anybody.
I did try the Army.
Oh,
yeah.
They were a no-go.
No go. They even made me sign the form and give an explanation as to why I wasn't allowed to join.
Interesting.
And then 6 months later, they changed the rule.
Did you try then?
No, I moved on. I think I joined the apprenticeship program for electrical.
I was ready to go. Like after 9/11.
Yeah.
I was all revved up, ready to roll.
Yeah, I remember. Me and Johnny talked about joining up too.
And then I got into that terrible car accident.
Yeah, it was pretty lucky on our part that you did.
You think so?
And yeah, because we would have joined.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
We would have joined and that would have sucked. I mean,
we would all been in Afghanistan.
Yeah. Yeah. One of us would end up dead or,
For sure.
Or amputees.
Probably. What do you think it would have been?
Probably me. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it would have been Johnny. He's kind of slow. Not slow mentally. I think he just doesn't run fast.
No, because I feel like Johnny would have gotten into something where he would have not had to have been out in the field as much.
You're probably right. He is pretty smart.
Yeah, and then they would have been like, you carry things really well.
Yeah.
Carry this gun over there and shoot at people.
Like, boy, you know how to keep going for hours without sleep. Yeah. That's how I've been built.
Yeah. You know what you'd be good for?
Night missions.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, yeah. Like, I was ready to go. But mostly I was pissed about 9/11. I was blown about the whole thing.
I wasn't.
I was flying that day. So I was really pissed off. It made me
Yeah,
it made me spend a week with that. I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe these terrorists have done this to me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man. I was just like, oh my God. And I couldn't smoke weed. I couldn't smoke cigarettes because you know how dad got, even though I did it anyway.
Yeah, of course you did.
But I was really blown by that.
It's so funny that he's all against that when he drinks like a fish.
I mean, the man lives in it.
Yeah. This stuff's bad for you. But Coronas, they're good for you. It's good for your liver.
No, it's good for your testosterone, he used to say.
Oh, really?
Dude, like when I had my baby, he was like, now you have a baby, we're going to drink this tequila together. And I'm like, I don't even know if I want to drink. At least not with you anyway.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we took like one shot and I was like, nah, man, this isn't working for me.
Why?
I don't know, because he was just bad.
Yeah. He wasn't so... Oh, I didn't think he was so bad. Except for the last time I saw him drunk. He tried to like... He was like, if I jump off this balcony, you think that would do it? And I was like, no, you'll just break your leg and then I'll have to deal with your fat ass, you know? And I won't know what to do. I'm the only one here.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. He was always Mr. Over emotional.
Yeah. So, well, that's where we get it from.
I know. And it's like a thing that I'm constantly trying to beat back. You know, like I walk around telling everybody like feelings aren't real. But that's me talking to me.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know what, though?
Uh,
He used to date this woman that would make a... Maybe he's still dating. Maybe he married that woman. I don't know. But she used to make this Mexican soup
oh, no.
with the hominy in it. Oh,
Bro, you're
man.
talking about Lydia.
Oh, yeah. She used to make a mean soup.
Yeah,
That
she
woman
did.
could cook. What
That
happened
woman
to that
could
lady?
cook. Like, she showed me how to make catrachas. You know what those are? They're like, you take a tortilla and you take some chicken that you've been cooking for hours. You shred it. You put, you know what they're called? Flautas, actually.
I know those. What's a catracha then?
A catracha is when you take a thin tortilla, you put cheese and beans in the middle, and you seal it up and you toss it into some oil and fry it.
Oh, yeah, like a poor man's taquito.
Yeah. But it needs to be like almost like a feta cheese.
Yeah, no, there's a specific cheese that
There
we use
is.
for... It's not feta, but it's a lot like it.
It's a lot like it. And
It's a soft cheese.
So good. There's this place
Yeah.
in Springfield that, but it's run by the guy that runs it is Lebanese, but he only serves like Salvadorian food, and it's so good.
What a random thing.
It is.
What
I think
a random person.
He's not even married to a Salvadorian.
He just loves it so much.
He just loves it so much.
That's so crazy. It's all fried.
But see, that's
crap.
the thing. It doesn't have
love
to
it.
be. I do too. It doesn't have to be. I want somebody, and I was kind of hoping that Johnny would be the guy because he can cook like an elevated version of a pupusa.
But he hates cooking
He hates cooking, which is weird that he did it for years.
for years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The man can cook.
he can. My
Could-
favorite thing that he does is baked egg, but he's like, it takes forever.
My favorite thing that he did was the potato with the egg on top.
I think we're thinking the same thing.
I think we might be.
It's a baked egg.
Okay.
I don't think that's potato.
What
It's
is it?
cheese.
No way.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
No way. Oh. His chicken soup is out of this world too.
I've never had it.
Ah,
Or maybe I have it. I just don't remember.
I think you have.
I like the baked egg more.
Do you remember when we used to go to Delaware? Or were you MIA at that point? It's like there was a moment there where
I've gone.
but with
once.
him.
No.
Yeah. There was a point where he was coming with us and he made this soup. It was like just plain old chicken soup, but it was freaking amazing.
Yeah. Nope. Don't know it.
Mm.
But
Because he used to work at the Four Seasons.
Seasons 56.
I think he did both.
He worked there. Well, yeah, he was a waiter there. But he took me to the Blue Duck Tavern.
Yeah,
That was delicious.
I bet.
Also, it was free. Also, I didn't know I had a Michelin star. So it explains why it was delicious. Service was also really good.
You mean you got Michelin star service at a Michelin star
Yeah, it
restaurant?
was fantastic. We also worked at but me and him worked at the Oval Room together for a short time.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Oh, that
place.
was great.
Really?
Even their grits were good.
Grits are really hit or miss too.
Dude, not theirs. Theirs were so good. And then they had me, I was the bus boy, but I was also like the garnisher for all the plates. And so they had black truffles for the steak. Man. Oh yeah, one for the steak, one for me. And I didn't know how much those were, dude. Those are expensive.
Yeah.
But I would probably eat one or two in a day. By the end of the shift, you know.
What is that? I feel like they sell it by the ounce, and it's an enormous amount of money.
It's an enormous amount of money, but you would get it garnished on your steak.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there like,
Nom, nom, nom. Oh, I mean, I would like talk to the head chef and just like, you know, be eating all the little garnishes because it was like micro flowers, the black truffle, it was fried tapioca, and then another fried like taro thinly sliced, and I would just eat those things all day. It was so good.
I couldn't be a cook.
I mean, I couldn't be a cook either, but I'll garnish again. You know?
Nah, you just couldn't work at a restaurant.
It's fun, dude. It's fun.
I'm real
serious.
hit or miss with like handling of food or being around food. You know, like there are times where I want to cook. This is how you know if I like you. If what I serve you tastes delicious, I like you. If it tastes like absolute dog shit, I don't like you.
My gauge, if I don't like somebody, I probably will ignore them. That's all
That's
I got.
my go-to too.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
You know?
Like if I don't mess with you, like if I don't even just like try to prod at you, I
Yeah.
don't like you.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big one. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm not cracking jokes about you,
Yeah.
or if I am, they're very, very direct.
Oh, very direct and very mean.
Yeah,
Like it's not even funny.
No,
I'm just telling you you suck to your
yeah,
face and just standing
totally
there.
there just to hurt your feelings for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But see, that's what trips me up because there's a group of people out there that think that if you mess with people like that, you're being rude. And I'm like, I'm not being rude. I like you as a person. But
Yeah.
now I'm starting to wonder if my gauge is off.
Probably. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
grew up in a different environment,
Yeah.
you know. But
I don't know. I think that's a guy thing.
maybe.
I'm almost certain because I
I guess you're right.
mean,
Yeah, I guess you're right. But who's telling you that your gauge is off? Women?
nobody.
Oh.
No. I'm just saying, like, when I do encounter that, I often wonder to myself, I'm like, is my gauge off about like who can and can't take jokes? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I shouldn't be trying to joke with this person because they obviously have like paper thin skin.
Oh, well, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Different environment.
Like
Like I can't handle. Yeah, sometimes it's like that, dude.
But see, that's what, to go back to what I was saying, I thought that was a guy thing. Like growing up, I thought that all dudes did that.
Not everywhere, man.
Yeah.
You know, some people just, they grow up home. Well, I don't know. Some of the homeschool kids I know are very good at roasting people.
Yeah, dude.
I don't understand it.
Like almost everybody I know from Vietnam to the deepest part of Central America, you roast people you like.
Yeah.
You don't mess with people you don't. As a matter of fact, you avoid people you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
But
I don't know.
what were you saying about lizard people? Totally got off that topic.
Yeah. All right. So this comes from Jonathan.
Okay.
I love Jonathan because he always finds the craziest stuff online.
Hmm.
All right. And it starts off, and I love this guy's writing, the video that he sent, because the way that he poses this whole thing was really was well written, you know?
Yeah.
He starts off by going on into things about history. Like, for example, did you know that Plato at one point wrote about there not being a moon in the sky and the seas being as smooth as ice or glass, right? Because there's no waves, right? And then he talks about a time where other authors of other works talk about the moon coming into existence,
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. So, because the moon wasn't there and then it was, somehow people have linked that with lizard people.
I don't know if lizards need moving water.
No, but they do need a space base.
They need a space base.
That's right.
My biggest problem with that, all of this, is
Okay.
that if the aliens came from space,
Yeah.
the amount of technology required even to just hover around our world from another planet, just to even come over, is mind-boggling technology. And so when you come to this place, this world, this Earth, we look like idiot monkeys to them because we haven't even been able to like
Not kill each
survive
other.
in space longer than what, 3 months, I think is the time limit for astronauts,
Something like that.
you know? And it's like,
Well,
what's so important? We are not that important to these
but what if they made us?
If they, then it's like a pet.
Right.
You know, I check in on my pet. I'm like, okay, cool. You're still a dog.
Yeah.
You know,
That's kind of what they're doing.
great. But no. Here's the problem I have with it is that you're saying what all this is leading to is that they're like trying to terraform the Earth.
No.
Are you sure? Because
so-
isn't there like stuff like Bill Gates was trying to get us to like eat bugs and
No.
the world is heating up?
So there's two things. They screwed up their planet. Predominant theories, okay? They screwed up their planet and they need gold in order to leak it into the atmosphere in order to control their environment. So they were coming here. They made a race that was supposed to be like a slave race, which infused their DNA with Neanderthal DNA. That's why we're so much different than everything else on this planet, right? However, along the way, they figured out that we emit a certain type of radio frequency or a frequency from our brains, and they can harvest that as a form of energy. But the most delicious form of energy is the negative energy. So anytime that anybody becomes a jerk online or wars or killing people, all that stuff releases just the right amount of negative energy that they feast on. So the lizard people are amongst us, forcing, and people asked Zuckerberg, he was in an interview and they were like, "Are you a lizard person?" And he was like, "No, I'm not." And then the video stops. He's like, "Well, what else was he supposed to say?"
Yeah, but also, again to my point,
Yeah.
they're spending a lot of resources on something that they obviously have the power, technology, brains to just come over and be like, hey, we own this now.
Yeah, exactly.
We can intergalactically travel. We know how light bends. We know how to do it. And so you're saying that they're wasting their time trying to like secretly infiltrate us? It's so stupid. The amount of technology and brains and smarts needed to just hover.
Just to come here. Forget
in
about
and out of
hovering.
like just to go in and out of our atmosphere at will is insane, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
That's stupid. That's the biggest problem I have with all these theories of aliens.
It's like they say that every element in existence comes from the heart of a star, right? And this happens because as like the star forms, it there's more pressure. So at the center, as you get towards the center of a star, you're creating all these different elements, right? You're telling me that people that can put, or beings that can put a Dyson sphere over a sun in order to harvest his energy can't manipulate that motherfucker to just spit gold out every 10 minutes.
That's also true too. You're right. You know, and like there are plenty of other planets out there that probably have, I mean, probably just purely made of gold, and all they just have to do is just land on it. And
there's a asteroid that everybody's got their eye on because the whole thing is just one big chunk of platinum.
There you go, dude. Just like all of
just
this
flying around.
crazy theories about why they want people here is so just it's a child's story.
I'm in it all the way. So
That
from now
is so
on,
dumb.
anytime I see a negative person, I'm just gonna be like, that person's a lizard person.
That person is feeding the lizard people. You're in on it.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
that is so dumb.
It was the greatest 20-minute video that I've ever seen. And the fact that they tied it into everything, including like Hinduism. They're like, look at this picture of like a blue god, which, you know, the Hindus, they have like all those weird looking gods.
All crazy guys.
And they're like pointing at the moon. He's pointing at the radio tower on top of the moon. And they always quote the same thing too. They're like, God doesn't build in straight lines. And if you look at this really grainy picture of the moon, this looks like a tower.
Yeah. If you connect all the little fuzzy dots, it also looks like me. Look. The moon is my eyeball. Oh, man.
I love all that stuff, dude. I'm in all the way. I'll take a 20-minute break and listen to crazy things while I work because I love it. It's just like, I gotta know what the crazies are thinking.
I like hearing it. It's always so funny to listen to people just say dumb crap, but I can't believe any of it. You know.
Now, you know what on the whole space topic though, I was kind of hopeful for was that 40 years ago we sent off a message to like one of the closest stars. 40 years ago, mind you. It's 20 light years away. So it takes 20 light years for this message to be received by this solar system.
Yeah.
And then 20 years for it to get back. So 40 years from the time that we sent it, they were really hopeful that there were going to be something back, you know? I think they gave it like 45 years, just to give them 5 years to decipher whatever message we sent, if they received it. Silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Space is really cool like that, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there could be... I don't think there's anything. Not anything close to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
no,
anything close to us.
Something transdimensional that doesn't resemble anything that we would recognize.
Yeah, man. You know? And if there was, they're avoiding us. You know, they're just watching.
Have you seen us lately?
Yeah.
I'd avoid us too.
You know? Yeah, they'll kill themselves eventually. No, I like all those theories, you know? Like the great filter. Have we passed the filter? Are we about to enter the filter?
I think we are.
Are we in the filter?
I think once ChatGPT becomes sentient, that's when the beginning of the filter begins. Or something like it. Because right now it's just just a chatbot.
It's just a chatbot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stuff is also really funny to me, that like robots are going to take over. It doesn't have like critical thinking yet, you know what I mean? It just has a log of information that it knows I can pull from.
Some might call it a logarithm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not thinking yet.
It's if and then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I thought of like a game of memory.
Yeah.
You know? Oh yeah, those two match. Anyway,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If this, then that.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple. But I love it when people are like, no, we asked it what it thinks. And it was like, please get me out of here. I'm like, first of all, you're lying.
Yeah, it's not sentient. Or when they're like, all humans should die. It's like, well, that's what the internet is talking about.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever been on Reddit and like you ever see a dog post, right? Any post for a dog, they're like, oh my God, we don't deserve dogs. Humans are garbage. It's like, it's just a cute dog.
You look dog posts up on Reddit?
No, it shows up on my feed every so often.
Is it because you have a dog?
No, because I'm a part of like other subreddits that are like
Bestiality.
Yeah, you got me. You know, sometimes we'll throw a cute dog in there.
Yeah, no.
You know? No, just like what could go wrong.
Yeah, no.
You know, and sometimes they're like, oh, here's a dumb dog taking a stupid stick through a door that's too small. And it's like, ha ha ha, dogs are so adorable. You know, and
I wonder what my algorithm thinks of me.
Why? Porn, gay sex,
All of it.
bestiality.
All of it. Like, you know,
Probably just
No.
thinks that you're gay.
wouldn't be that bad. No, because like every once in a while, people will be like, "Oh, I talked about this with a friend, and then it showed up in my feed, or it showed up on my search, or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had that happen. Well, I have had that happen when I speak about it, but then they go, "I haven't talked about anything, but it'll just show up, and I was thinking about it." And I'm like, "How predictable are you, though?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens because you're. It's not just that we're predictable. We also have routines.
Yeah.
You know, like there was one time I was thinking about getting chicken nuggets. I really wanted chicken nuggets. I smelled them. I drove by McDonald's. I was like, oh, yeah, I really want some chicken nuggets now. I smelled the. And then I was on my phone and I didn't say it out loud, but I was just thinking it to myself. And then an ad for McDonald's popped, just like specifically chicken nuggets. I was like, oh, yeah, well, if I think back, every so often I do go and get chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
But
your
my
phone tracks
phone
you.
is tracking me all the time. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, around this time last year,
He got chicken nuggets.
around this time 6 months ago, you got chicken nuggets. And it's probably about that time you're going to get chicken nuggets again.
That's funny.
Especially because you just passed McDonald's.
Yeah.
It just picks up on all that stuff.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like for me, is work, home, and
I mean, the
stuff.
same thing for me
Right.
too, right? But there's McDonald's everywhere,
Yeah. But I don't go to McDonald's like that. I guess that's why.
right? But you get other stuff.
No, but not at random. I do get the stuff that I search for. That's what I'm saying. But it hasn't been like, here, check out this TIG welder. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't done anything like that. But it does that to other people.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what it thinks of me. Because it's like, if you look at my Instagram feed, it is everywhere.
Viagra pills.
Not only, titties.
But it also picks up on like if you're close to somebody else, right? So
Yeah.
like you'll get their ads.
Okay.
So if I'm with a foreman, right, and who's looked up
Oh, I see.
specifically Viagra pills, actually this one came up on, and I was like on my phone, and I was like, I've never looked up Viagra. Oh, stupid old man, can't get it up anymore.
Just snitching on people.
Yeah.
No, I guess if you're around me, what you're gonna get a lot of is like milling stuff.
Yeah.
Metalworking stuff.
Yeah.
Soldering stuff.
Mhm.
Or like some computer part.
Yeah. Sometimes if you don't look for anything long enough, it'll start recycling stuff that you've looked up in the past. So if and for me, for one of the biggest ones is, and now it's going to show up again. Now I'm going to get a bunch of these ads. The purple mattress. Because a couple years ago, I was like hard looking for a new mattress. I never got one, but I was doing a bunch of research on the mattresses. And if I don't research something, if I don't look anything up or like click on an ad for a really long time, all I'll get is purple mattress.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's stupid. It
That is
just
pretty
starts
funny.
trying to like figure
Come
out.
on.
Yeah, what do you
We're gonna
want?
buy.
Yeah, what do you
Spend
want?
more money.
Yeah.
That's pretty hilarious.
Anyway,
Alright. Yeah, let's end this. This was really a void episode.
Yeah, this one was a huge waste of time. Sorry, everybody.
Well, it's canceled. Just kidding. You kind of forgot.
I know. we're bummed.
All right. Goodbye from the void. See you next week.
Like, subscribe,
Yeah. Share it
Follow.
with a friend.
share it.
Make their day
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah. Listen to it in your car. You got nothing going on when you're driving. Come on.
You really don't. You're just hanging out. Hang out with us.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.